Hello, guys. Bob here for TNL Network. That's right, we're late, but that's okay. We're here now. Welcome to Tuesday Night Live. Tonight on the Tuesday Night Live show, we're doing something super special. Something that's all about health, hope, and taking care of the people who bring Christmas magic to millions. We're teaming up with Santa Central and Cherry Hill programs for the 100 Days to Sleigh Challenge. And our featured guest is someone who has inspired thousands around the world to move, breathe, and reclaim their health. He is a former WWE superstar, Hall of Famer, has turned a world-renowned fitness coach. We'll be back in just a moment with more, and we're going to get right into the programming.
Welcome to North Pole Cornerstones, the most magical 4-day educational Christmas experience you'll ever discover. Join Santa Bob, Anna Claus, and friends for interactive workshops, festive fun, creative learning, and unforgettable holiday memories. Whether you're a Christmas enthusiast, educator, or performer, this one-of-a-kind experience is designed just for you. Register today and take advantage of our early bird special before it's gone. Visit North Pole Cornerstones and make this Christmas truly extraordinary. Round 4 is set for February 18th through the 21st, 2027 at the Hilton Garden Inn and Conference Center in Edmond, Oklahoma City North. At Cornerstones, we've taken a different approach to learning. We've completely reimagined the learning experience. For more information, go to npcornerstones.com and see for yourself what all the excitement is. Just ask any of our alumni their experience. They'll be glad to share with you. We let them speak for themselves. Reach out and ask them. That's npcornerstones.com. Come join us in February.
All right, everyone, please welcome Spangle the Clown with us and Angela Mack. And since we're running late and we've had so many issues getting in tonight, we're just going to go ahead and skip over everything, and we're going to jump right into our programming. So let's just go ahead and introduce our guest tonight, Spangle, if you will.
All right, tonight on the Tuesday Night Live, our guest is the creator of the DDP Yoga, a program built not on competition but on consistency, mobility, and doing something positive for yourself every single day. This challenge isn't about losing weight or being the most athletic. It's about showing up, moving at your own pace, and building habits that help you feel better, stronger, and more confident in yourself.
That's right. Joining us tonight is supposed to be Ruby Wright and Christy Haynes of Santa Central. They've been having issues with their work computers and are not letting them in. I'm not real sure if we still have them or not. If not, we will keep working on that. We also are going to and go ahead and bring in Santa Rick Snyder. Santa Rick has taken the DDP Yoga program. He was in on the inaugural challenge and has transformed his health and his life, and we'll let him tell you more about that as the show goes on. Tonight is about encouragement, community, and giving clauses and their spouses a chance to invest in themselves. And one lucky participant will win that $10,000 DDP-wide retreat that we talked about on our group page.
Are we ready for them?
All right, let's bring in our featured guest, Diamond Dallas Page, with DDP Yoga and the 100 Days of Sleigh Challenge.
Hello, Dallas.
Ho, 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 guys.
And it is good to see you. We want to apologize to our viewers out there. They waited 30 minutes to get you on, so we're not going to waste much time. We're just going to jump right into it. Now, I did tell everyone, and I'm kind of proud of this because we are in Dallas, Texas, me and the producer, that you chose that name because of the Dallas Cowboys. So I wasn't wrong, was I?
No, you weren't. Since I was a kid, I was a fan. Sorry to all the people who weren't,
Yeah,
but, and I love that my real first name was Page, so, Dallas Page just kind of came together for me, and I liked it.
I'm kind of thinking the name could be kind of like Diamond Green Bay Page.
No.
No way.
And, the letters DDP kind of flowed together too. And so when people would be chanting, when I, became like the ultimate good guy, people chanting DDP, it was so natural because Jake the Snake Roberts had DDT. And
Yeah.
we were so much alike. He was one of my mentors. And, it's whatever worked before will work again. What's old is new.
I'm
All
so
right, so,
starstruck right now.
Huh?
I'm so starstruck right now.
Well, I didn't mean to do that to you, Angela.
Everybody are big wrestling fans, and you
I
mentioned
love
us that we
wrestling.
could talk wrestling. Now, I will tell you, you got that picture, Angie, that I asked you to grab?
I do.
Let's throw this up just real quick
I'll
for just a
have
second.
to just carry on. I'm going to have to pull it up.
All right, I just want to see if DDP recognizes this person that you're going to show the picture of. While she does that real quick.
Where am I going to see that?
I'm going to
Should
get
come
it
up on the
pulled
screen
up
here in just a second.
All right.
Okay.
And since we're talking wrestling, I just thought we would throw this up real quick. We had the old Dallas Sportatorium here forever, and a lot of the guys started off in Dallas and was wrestling at the Sportatorium.
I'll give you a little secret about that Sportatorium. When you hit that mat, it was like hitting a concrete floor.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, is it on there? Or?
It is. You'll have to add it to the screen.
Oh. Did you do that?
Do you recognize that fella sitting there?
I can't see that picture. Maybe. Oh, I might start to make it bigger.
Can you enlarge it, Angie?
How do I enlarge it?
Anyway,
Is that Mick Foley? Is that
Yep.
Santa Mick?
that's Santa Mick. That's right. This sitting here in my
Yes, he does a great job with it, boy.
He dropped by the house and threw his Santa garb on and came in and hung out with us for a while. But anyway, just want to throw that at you. I know you and Mick are good friends.
Oh, let me go back.
No, Mick's very, very, him and I are very tight. We're always, he goes the extra yardage with being Santa.
Yes,
but
he
as
does.
far as a Christmas house that he has, and he builds it the way we build it, we smoke him. As I still got the Grinch upstairs. I don't ever take him down in the whole full-blown area. And of course, Santas are everywhere.
Well, that's cool. Many of us in the Santa community, Rick Irvin down there can tell you for sure. We live our stuff up year round, so it's just who we are and what we do.
I love that. I love that.
Let's go ahead and jump into some of these questions real quick. We don't want to hold you up. I know your time is valuable. And, many people know you from your legendary wrestling career, but what inspired you to shift your focus to health, mobility, and that DDP yoga?
More than anything, Santa Bob, it was necessity. Like, I didn't start wrestling until I was 35. My career didn't take off till I was 40. That was in 96. 97 and 98, I was on top of the world. I just signed a multi-million-dollar deal, and then I broke my back. And I had 3 spine specialists tell me I was never going to wrestle again. Well, I just got there. I headlined like 11 out of 24 main event pay-per-views. I was living the dream on a whole different level. And then it was all swept away. And my first wife, Kimberly, who I'm still very close with, she's the COO of my company, she bullied me into doing yoga because I would have been the poster boy at 42 years old for the guy who wouldn't be caught dead doing yoga. But it's all I could do besides rehab. So I agreed to do it. She was like Gumby. I couldn't do any of the moves, so I grabbed a chair. And the chair helped me go to the ground. The chair helped me get off the ground. The chair helped me balance. And before you know it, in 3 weeks, I was feeling a significant difference. I didn't need a chair anymore. And then I started to mix it with old school calisthenics and rehabilitation techniques. And before you know it, in less than 3 months, I was back in the ring. At 42, they said my career was over. At 43, I'm the world champ, which is like winning or being awarded our Oscar.
Yeah.
And I knew I was going to have to do that workout for the rest of my life. And I've only grown with it and continued to add stuff to it. And now we've got this big app, that's all around the world. People use it. I'm literally leaving for Germany in 2 days to do a meet and greet, a Q&A, and then DDP Yoga workshop. And then I'm going to fly to Glasgow and do the same thing. And then I'm going to go to London and do the same thing. And, it's really taken off all around the world because anyone can do DDP yoga. And why did I say that? We got bed workouts. Like, you can't get out of bed? Well, I got like 8 workouts in bed that'll help you sit in the chair and do the workout there and then use the chair. And that's what, I try to encourage people to do, because a lot of people, their ego, they don't want to use a chair. It's like, no, you want to use a chair. It's so much easier. And I want to make it the easiest thing they've ever done, and can feel better, and then get a little stronger and a little stronger and a little stronger. And, some of this working with Santa Rick, who I know we're going to bring up here, I'm not sure if he's on this. I see him right there. I was blown away from our first workout together at the DDP Yoga Performance Center. And then he came to my house with his Mrs. Claus, and I was blown away by how great he was doing. And that's really what this program's about for Santas, because I am like, we call wrestling fans marks. Well, I'm a huge mark for Santa. And I love that you guys, what you do, and just everything that comes with being you. And I want you guys to be able to do it as long as you can, and enjoy that ride. And being physically fit doesn't mean you got to drop a bunch of weight. This was never about weight loss. This was about healing my broken back. And my wife, my own Mrs. Claus, she's broken her back twice in 8 places, and she's got to continue to do it. And she's, so she can do anything. And that's what I'm hoping that this 100-day challenge will bring. And, it's going to be pretty exciting.
But what made you feel that this program was the right fit for the Claus community?
Because anyone can do it, because let's face it, none of the Claus are young men. Okay, I just turned 70, so me either. But what we need to do is to grab our Santas and senior Santas and help them continue to, again, baby steps. And as you continue to work through it, your body gets stronger. You build more confidence. A lot of guys can't go to the ground and get back up again. I can show you how to do that very quickly. And that's some of the things that Santa Rick and I were working on very early on.
Well, let's get Rick in here. Let Rick kind of tell us a little bit how he got involved in the program and what it's done for him, because I know it's made a drastic change in his life.
Oh, it has. It has, definitely. Complete change. I used to be a real couch potato. I mean, the older I got, the less I did. And this has just been a godsend for me. It's in previous years, there's always a long, the mall that I worked at in New York, there was a long walk from the dressing room to the set. And I used to dread that every day, because I'd have to walk there and walk back. And every year it got a little harder, a little harder. And since I've been doing this, I'm out walking the dog every day.
Well,
Awesome.
Rick, I remember that long walk for you there at Roosevelt. It's Ruby here with Santa Central. Just want to chime in. I got to see Rick here recently. I hadn't seen him in person for a while or on camera. And I have to tell you, he looks like he did when I met him, I think, 13, 15 years ago, Rick? Just looking fantastic. And not just your look, the feel. You can really just tell he's a happy Santa. So I'm loving this too. I think you're doing a great job.
Yeah, this has been wonderful for me, and for my wife as well. She's doing it now every day with what I do. The only time we take off at all is some Sundays. We'll skip a day, but other than that, we're there. We're here every day. And we don't always do it together. She works different hours. I don't have hours right now, so I like doing it first thing when I get up in the morning. It helps me continue through the day, and it's you can start off and very easily. And what you're talking about with the chairs is absolutely works great for me. I've always had a little problem with my balance, and having that chair right there to grab a hold of, it makes a world of difference. And I've gotten to now. I still have the chair with me, but I don't use it quite as much.
Can I?
That Rick, Santa Rick, that's what kind of blew me away, was because I know how much you were struggling with it in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then like he just gets hyper focused. Like, I'm not going to grab it. I'm not. You can see it's all about the story you tell yourself, and that's so much. Like, our program isn't just about a workout. It isn't just about an eating plan. It's the mindset, your inner voice, and when we turn 50, we start losing balance, mobility, bone density, muscle, and strength. And that's like we've fallen under this, like, this spell of, we get to 65, we think we're going to be falling apart, and we are if you don't do something about it. If you don't, I'm not saying don't eat. Like, I eat a lot, and it's nourishing food though. I'm eating the best cleanest food, because there's garbage, and what they've done to our food is really bad. You got to be aware of it. Like, I just came across this thing called Thrive Market, and they send you don't have to worry about their ingredients, and it's online. Just check it out, Thrive Market, if you're looking for healthier substitutes, because that's what's going to make you feel good. And motion, like, motion is lotion, and that's what DDP Yoga is more than anything. Mobility, and helping you, like, be able to do something, like to bend over and pick up your keys, or reach up and change the light bulb, that kind of stuff,
One thing, if I could just jump in, this is Christy with Santa Central. We went out and met Dallas last October. It'll be a year in October with Rick, and I was the believer that day. I left. Rick, I remember Dallas asked him, "Can you get down to the ground?" He said, "I can get down. I can't get back up." And within, I don't know, a few minutes, Rick was able to get up off the ground, and he didn't think he could do that. And you could see in his face, that he was like, wow, this might actually really work. And Ruby's right. There is such a difference in Rick, and something Rick and I talked about the other day, and I want all the Santas that are listening. Rick was a travel Santa, and so he would be away from family and home from, before Thanksgiving all the way through Christmas on his own. And I asked him, I said, Rick, just be honest. Is this something you think you could do if after those long days in the chair? And he said, of course. And I want Rick to really talk about that. But it's, like he said, this is something you get up first thing in the morning you can do. And I just am so excited to see how this is going to benefit him this year in the chair, after he's had this year of the movement and the dedication to this program, because it definitely shows in Rick. So just want to shout out, Rick. You've done a great job, and it really
I was
does.
blown away.
Well, I've been working hard at it. And not that it's hard to do. It's not. It's all up here. You got to have the right mindset. But once you do, the workouts themselves, you can start off like DDP says. Start off in bed if you want. I found that the more I do it, I had to start off with using chairs. But now I have the chair handy, but it's only for when I may lose my balance or something on some of the things that some of the workouts. But there's no heavy lifting involved. Let me put it that way. It's all good. It's all good. And I think this is something wonderful for all the Santas, especially the ones that are getting up in years like me. Has made a world of a difference in my life.
Well,
Well,
Rick, I think
can I-
just from we work with hundreds of Santas every season, and the top complaint I get is how far the set is from the break room. It's that distance, the challenge of getting, to and from for those breaks. And I do it myself. You're gearing up. It's going to be a long, busy season, and you wait till the week before to stop eating corn dogs and get get in a place where you can really last through the season. And it just doesn't happen, right? So this program is perfect for those Santas who really want to not necessarily jump in and lose 100 pounds, but get in and build that stamina, be able to walk back and forth from that break room and feel good about it. I'll say I've been jumping in too. I've lost 40 pounds and am steady pushing here. And my goal wasn't just weight loss, but it came with it because the mindset changes. I feel like it's so much a part of not just how you physically feel, but just changes your whole mindset and ups your spirit. And Rick, that's why I think I see such a difference in you as you're saying a spirit. So
I just want to know who's quitting eating corn dogs.
Yeah, Spangle, it's a Santa Central thing. A quick, easy gas station. We're up late.
Can I read something, Santa Bob?
Yeah.
We have this community of people who help each other. It's what it's all about. And it started with one of my buddies started a group on Facebook, DDP Yoga, one word. And it was just them trying to keep each other accountable. And then next thing you know, there's 100 people, and then there's 1,000. Now there's 78,000 people on that page. And there's so many amazing things that people write that every Friday I'll read one of them, and I call it Fabulous Fridays. And this was one of them that I keep because this really says it all. This guy's name was Brandon, and he says, 1 year ago, after 2 years of having DDP Yoga, but never using it, I decided the rubber needs to meet the road. Otherwise, the car will not reach its intended destination. The hardest workout is, and always will be, pressing play. Once you accept that it's going to be difficult, it's amazing how easy it becomes. I've overcome 3 herniated discs and multiple back surgeries. It's the reason I found Diamond Dallas Page and DDP Yoga, which tells me not a fan, didn't know it from that. He did it because he was looking for broken back or whatever he was looking at. He said, I read comments here of a lot of people who doubt themselves or worry about useless things, making excuses like I did 2 years prior. Here's some advice that may help. If you're going to start Monday, you need to prepare. Preparation is essential, but after a certain point, the only thing left to do is act. Any preparation is at best a waste of time, and at worst, a comfortable lie we're indulging in to protect ourselves from the possibility of failure. And goes on to say, for those who say, I don't know what to do, I'm not good at this. This is the greatest line I've ever heard. Embarrassment is the cost of entry. It says it all. No one starts out great at something. He goes on to say, if you aren't willing to look like a foolish beginner, you will never become a graceful master. I hope this helps others. I know I get inspired by other posts, and maybe this helps someone too. I know you can't give someone the desire to change, but maybe it will spark something. And then he goes on to thank me and my wife, and there's just the community as whole, of this father of 2 beautiful little girls' life and extending it a few years. Like, that's the kind of people who are doing my program and bing, and then get it, and then they share it. So others realize, wow, that's me right now. That's where I'm at.
I've got a comment here, DDP, I want to throw up real quick. It's going to go across the bottom of the screen because it's kind of going to cover up Rick, but just hang in there, Rick. We know you're there. This is Jeff. This is Senator Jeff McMullen up in Wisconsin. He says, I can't without state that this program works. My wife and I own a karate school, and the DDP program is part of our adult program. Simply do this, and the results speak for itself. We can all benefit from this. Dallas and Cherry Hill, thank you. I am up for another surgery on December 27th. I will be happy to continue to post my recovery with DDP as the main recovery.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
He's had a couple of surgeries and been having a hard time over the last few years, but between the karate and the yoga, he's still out there, still being Santa. He's a Hall of Fame Santa, also Hall of Fame Ringling Brothers Circus clown. So
wow. So his body's beat up too, and I get that. Again, that this will help. It's like anything. I heard Tom Brady was on Instagram or something. Someone asked him about his success, and he said the truth is, to be successful at just about anything, you don't have to be special. You just have to be willing to do what most people won't. Be committed, be consistent, and be disciplined. And going into this, you want to be able to do this for as long as you're alive, because you guys are. You really work at it. You put the heart, and the people want to believe. That's what I really believe. It's kind of like wrestling. People want to believe, and believe in those people. And so, to me, it's a no-brainer to get involved with you guys. I was super psyched because I say we are the official workout of Santa. So I'm super pumped about that.
yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, real quick, while we have Ruby and Christy still on with us, let's talk about the 100 Days to Sleigh Challenge. Ladies, you want to kind of set it up?
Sure. I'll just jump in really quick and I'll set it up. So like Dallas has said and touched on, the main thing is this is not about weight loss. It's about movement and mobility and the importance of staying active and not being sedentary like Santa Rick talked about. And so the biggest thing when we sat down with the DDP team was we don't want folks to feel like this is a race to a finish line. It really is about consistency. So we're going to reward those folks that are consistent, and that prize is up for anybody. So it doesn't matter if you are a Santa that comes in mid-season and you start the DDP program, but you are consistently going in, you can still be in it to win the grand prize. But each week we're going to reward those consistent folks. The DDP team, we're going to track those folks that are logging into the app, that are using the program, and we're going to give weekly awards to the most active Santas and Mrs. Clauses who are taking advantage of it. And the hope and goal is that you guys are going to be using this before you go out into the malls or your locations in the morning, and with that ultimate goal for health. Because we say this all the time, and Ruby can speak to this more than I can. She's been doing this a really long time. What is the value of one Santa? You guys are superstars. You're unicorns in your own right, and it's you're not easily replaced. So let's make the most out of the years that you guys have. And like Dallas said, take advantage of it. The fact that he just got done saying he was 70, and I watched this guy getting into poses, doing things that I don't think most 20-year-olds can do. It's really amazing stuff. And so my hope is it's free, that all of you guys take advantage of it. If you are a Cherry Hill Santa, or your spouse, or you're one of our Mrs. Clauses, take advantage of it. We had over 60 Santas that took advantage of it last year. And it's my hope that you guys, it's going to catch on like wildfire, and we're going to have a lot more of you guys participating this year. So.
And what that $10,000 worth is, we're going to give you to be able to come down and spend 4 or 5 days with us down there on the beach in Panama City Beach. I built this beautiful, what we call Pages Retreat down there, and it would be like in the spring or the fall of next year or spring of next year. And that's what we want to do. I want you to come down there, and we should probably get that so people can see, like, wow, I want to go there. Because it's
Well,
like,
they've
to me,
seen
it's
it.
like
They've seen
Disney
it, Dallas.
for
We
working,
posted it up on
for
our private Facebook group, and it definitely is a place that all of our corporate folks are asking. We get in on this challenge?
So, and that seems to be one of the biggest questions we have in our chat over here is how do we participate? How do we join? Where can we take this class? So anybody got
one of the things, like, if you go to the app and you can get all that sent to you guys, how to get on there and get hooked up. The reason why we have so many crazy transformations, like video, hundreds and hundreds of videos of people and their journey, and you go, God, how did they do that? They did the list. And it's like Santa's list. Naughty and nice. You do what you want to do, but if you do the list and you buy in and really get your mindset on right, because it's about rebooting your brain, because this is something that you've never done. And now we're, in our late 50s, 60s, 70s, and, it's new, it's different. Well, the list is like the yellow brick road. And if you do that and you get involved, take those 6 pictures, because that's the kind of stuff we're going to look at. And again, it's not for weight loss. It's for physiology, flexibility, and core strength. Where are you in the beginning? Like, film a video of you, like, challenging like we have of Santa Rick. And then I can show you Rick like 8 months later, and you're like, oh my God, he's really doing this. Like, that's what I felt when I was right there, because I was like, I want you to come and work out with me so I can see where you're going. So I was blown away by it. And I was like, last year we got this idea, or you guys did, and then you brought it to us. And it was at the end of this, it was your season. You're already in the middle of it, but now we've got time. Here we are in August, right? And there's plenty of time to get going and get started. So the list says everything: where to go, what to do, how to do it. And this way you can track it.
Spangle, you got any questions there?
No, I don't. I mean, it makes me almost want to jump in here and be Superman or something,
Nice.
See if I can do some body slamming or something.
None of that. That's naughty, Spangler.
Diamond needs to do the diamond cutter on you.
None of that either.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's see. So we talked about the retreat. We talked about the challenge. Now that's a 100-day challenge, correct? Am I correct with that?
Yeah, it's going to go all the way to Christmas Day, right? We're taking Santa all the way to the sleigh. So that play on the word sleigh, so that we'll take it all the way to Christmas Day, and then we'll tally up the votes then. And like Dal just got done saying, we didn't have much of a runway before Christmas last year. I came across, we were talking, Ruby and I, one of the goals for Cherry Hill really was, to invest in our Santas year round, invest in your guys' health, come up with some sort of wellness plan. And I actually discovered the DDP program, and I encourage some of you guys that are considering, and maybe you're on the fence about it, go watch some of the YouTube documentary. And Dallas can help me with the name of it. It's slipping my mind right now. But
there's the resurrection. A lot of you will remember from the 80s, Jake the Snake Roberts, and he was another one of my mentors. Him and Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, were my 2 mentors. And Jake gave, again, starting at 35. Everybody laughed in my face. Like, dude, you're crazy. By the time you figure it out, because wrestling is like an art form, and we're telling stories in the matches and in the interviews, the promos that we do. And how believable, again, believable. People want to believe. I know before I walk out in front of 20,000 people, I know that they know. And they know that I know. And I know that they know that I know. To me and my opponent both know who's going to win before we walk out there. How do you make them care? That's the same thing you do. That's what Santa does. Make them believe. So, when it comes down to, putting the work in, you want to be able to do this as long as you can. That's the real deal. And Santa Rick was not feeling so good because we shot videos. We did a bunch of stuff right in the beginning. And then I realized, is he really going to put the work in? And then I called him like 3 months later. I say, hey, I texted him. I said, any chance you're still doing it? And he went, yes. And my wife loves it. What did you say your wife, what did she call me? Her spirit animal.
Yes.
Yes. She, they both came over. We got to talk a couple more months later. Then I couldn't do the time because I got bumped. I had to do something for WWE. And then I came back. I said, okay, I'm ready. Can you guys go? And they both came over, and it was awesome to see that he got it. Like, he'll be doing Santa till the day the Lord calls him up to go in that big sleigh in the sky.
One of the reasons why this works so well with Santa is because, as you all can see, whether Dallas knows it or not, he has the heart of a Santa himself, and there's there's a connection between wrestling and being Santa, and the what it takes to do both of those, and so you all speak the same language, I guess you could say.
Right.
And
So true.
yeah, and it's just I really, that's why I really believe that for the Santas that, like I said, are sitting on the fence, maybe you didn't take advantage of it last year, like the thing that Dallas just read about the rubber meeting the road and having it for 2 years. You had it at your fingertips last year, maybe you didn't take advantage of it then. This is the time. And it's not a competition with anyone else. It's you against yourself. It's, you're doing this in the privacy of your home. We're going to have a Facebook group. Rick's going to be on there. The team over at DDP, I think occasionally Dallas himself might pop in there.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And Rick's going to show you guys how you can get it up on your television and make this really easy and something you all can do in season.
Okay. Well, how do you encourage people who feel intimidated or unsure to stick with this?
I think more than anything, it's the community, and you have access to everything. Like I said, don't take my word for it. This is my program that I developed for me, to heal me so I could go back and live the dream. But I knew the damage I was doing to my body. When I left the building, I had ice on both knees, wrapped up with ace bandages, on top of both shoulders, under my t-shirt, and on my back. I knew the damage that I was doing, and I knew I was going to have to do this forever. And I've only made it better and better and easier and more challenging in other places. Like, it meets you where you are. All those people who are on that community that are there helping each other, that's how you get clicked in. Like, we have another thing. It's right now. We're going through what we call TU, Transformation University. It is an online class that we go out with live, and then it stays in, so you can see it. If you're working when it went out live, well, then you can watch it later that day or whatever. This whole online class, I'm involved in it, my business partner Steve Yu, Nadia, my whole team, they really care. And not just about Santa, they care about everyone. And then we have a graduation from Transformation University, and they come into Atlanta. Like, we spend so much time just trying to inspire that one person who will inspire the next people, the next, the biggest video that's got to have a billion views between what we have And what people have shared is a disabled veteran. And I did this with him in 2007. It didn't go viral till my business partner, Steve Yu, redid it, added some music in the right places, and we blew through the roof with that. That's the video of the guy who couldn't walk he's walking with canes for 15 years. And at the end of the video, he's running. And you have to see it. And we should make sure everybody, all the Santas, get that sent out today, because that will bring you in to look at other videos. That's how it's about being around people that are inspired and want to be better. Like, discipline is really all about telling yourself the truth about where you are right now in your life. And if you're really telling yourself the truth, you can be better today than you were yesterday. You can be better tomorrow than you were the day before. And it's just about habits. And once you start making it a habit, well, you will start to realize that discipline is the truest form of self-love. Ignoring the current pleasure for the bigger reward to come. I don't want to get out of bed sometimes in the morning. It's so comfy. I go through my own little dialogue. And I don't want to say the F-bombs, but I use them a lot, especially on myself. Out of bed now. Get going with your routine. So I've developed this routine for myself, which I wouldn't expect anybody else to do. But I am the new Jack LaLanne meets Tony Robbins meets straight Richard Simmons. So the bottom line is that I walk the talk, and I don't ask you to do anything that I wouldn't do. And I do it, and I'm constantly, I'm not preparing for 75. That's going to be here tomorrow. Yeah. I'm preparing for 85, 95, and 105. There are people who are called centurions who live to 100. Now, I'm still a Ferrari. I just got 998,000 miles on me. I don't know if I'll make 100, but that's the goal I'm setting. Actually, 105. That's my goal.
Wow. I got a quick one here I want to bring up. Brian asked if we are already on the program, can we participate in the challenge?
Absolutely. And that's Santa Brian. I'm going to call him out. He was one of our top Santas that took advantage last season. And absolutely, Santa Brian, we want you to be on and participating in the Facebook group. Something else I want to call out really quick for everybody is when Dallas says his team cares, they really do. Steve, Nadia, Kim, all of them. And Dallas isn't making a penny off of Santa's. He's giving you guys this program for free. That's just the bottom line. So I don't want, Santas to think that there's some sort of, some Santas think, well, if I sign up, am I getting roped into some contract? No, this is absolutely no strings attached, a gift. So I hope y'all take advantage of it.
Hey, can I read you something else? This is something, and this was about weight loss, but this was something that I got on Cameo. We all get the cameos. You guys are very busy going into Christmas, I'm sure. So this is a woman, she writes me this. I'm 600 pounds, worrying I'm a lost cause and giving up hope. Trying DDPY, but can't stand or walk, discouraged. Is it possible for me at such a large size to make it? I don't want to die alone at 42 in my bedroom. More about Christy. I have limited space, no support system, used to encouraging others, but running out of momentum to keep going. Could use a kind word or prayer. Now, every cameo I do starts out, yo, it's me. It's DDP. I mean, they're going to get Diamond Dallas Page for the first 30 seconds. And when I got to the end of my spiel, I went, but that's not what this is about, is it, Christy? And I went on to leave her a 15-minute cameo. And I wrote my wife in, who had just come past. I brought her in, I brought Paige in, and I said, if you do the list, Christy, if you actually do the list, here's my wife's email, give it to her. Because I didn't want it to be me. I wanted it to be my wife. This day and age, I'm like super cautious about everything like that. So she did it. And then we said, give us your phone number. So what would go on to one of her messages to me was, I've been measuring, this is after 2 years, okay? After 2 years, he sends me this text. I've been measuring my weight. And by the way, she wasn't 600, she was 500, because I sent her a scale that would give her numbers, right? So she wrote, I've been measuring my weight against the weight of professional wrestlers. I started as Andre the Giant, and I just hit 260, which is what I used to wrestle at. So I'm Diamond Dallas Page. Thought that would give you a smile. And she's still going. She's still going. She got out of there, her environment that was so bad. Like there's parents at any age can make their child feel worthless. And that's where she was trapped. And she finally got out of her house and hadn't been out for like 3 years. Got out of her house, got redestined to another destination, and part of my community. And this handsome guy named Mark, who looked like long hair, handsome dude, lost he was a complete transformation, like crazy, and he became like her muse. And together they become really good friends. And again, the community, it works. And if they see Santas coming on that community, they will trip out. They will love it. They will love it. And so, again, that's how you do it. You surround yourself. You become the 5 people that you hang out with most. If you hang out with drug addicts, guess what? It's everything, whether it's health or not, or whoever you're hanging out with and spending most of your time is who you're going to become. And again, I set and lead by example, and everything I do and talk about, I do.
All right, got a question here. Ruby, Christy, one of you ladies want to grab this one. Do I have to be a member of Cherry Hill to participate?
In this challenge, you have to be a Cherry Hill Santa, a Cherry Hill Santa spouse, or one of our certified Mrs. Clauses. So yes.
Okay, very good.
They
And
got some job openings right now, so if you quickly hire on,
Absolutely,
you can.
And that we extend this to our rescue Santas, our backup Santas. I'm sorry, I don't know. I know we were having a hard time connecting, so I don't know if Ruby's out there, but yes, we've always got openings. We always have room for Santas, no matter where you're at. So reach out to us, and we'll get you set up.
What am I considered in your company other than a pain in the rear?
Well, Spangle, Spangle Stuff for Santa is a partner of Santa Central, and you are an honorary Santa, just like Santa Jeff McMullen is as well. So.
okay, so DDP. She said you had the heart of Santa. If Brother Foley can do it, you can do it. Become a Santa. There you go.
Well, it is in my plans. It is in my plans. So don't call me out something, because I'll do it.
We'll hook him up with Ruby. She'll get you any place you want to go, Dallas.
And just tell them Bob sent you.
Yeah, tell him Bob sent you.
Hey, feel free to come to the School of Santas in Branson in July. We'll hook you up.
Let's see what happens here. We'll see how many of the boys we get on here. And girls. Boys and girls.
Yes, I don't want to forget our Mrs. Clauses. I do want to. I spent some time with Santa Rick's wife Stacy, and she said how much she appreciates Dallas because now Rick can help pick up, and he does the dishes and the laundry, and he's doing 10 times more than he ever did. But she was also just talking, from a woman's point of view. This isn't just. I know it's not your mama's yoga, but women can do this as well, and she's definitely feeling the benefits and wasn't trying to lose weight but is losing weight just by being active. So want to encourage our Mrs. Clauses because where would our Santas be without you? So we want you guys to get in there and participate as well, and you can win prizes as well, so hope you join too.
Kathy wants to know, she signed up at a conference. Is she a certified Mrs.?
Absolutely. If you are in our Mrs. Claus database, then you qualify, Kathy.
Yeah, I want to tell a little story. Not this Christmas that just passed, but the one before that. Paige and I went up to Banff in Canada, and ran into phenomenal Santa when I was there, and I was like, that is like we were at the castle that is the Christmas castle. It was unbelievable. And at some point when I was talking to Santa, I started to go away, and I looked back and he goes, "Hey, and great job with Butterbean." And I looked at Paige and I go, "He knows!" And I looked back and he was gone. It was so classic. I wish it was filmed. It was awesome. But, a lot of guys out there know who Butterbean was. Back in the day, the king of the 4-round knockouts. And you watch that video, you'll believe. Yeah.
So there's still questions, Christy, Ruby, somebody here, about the app itself. Do you have to purchase the app, or
Nope.
where do you go to get on the app? Tell everybody again about that.
Okay, so for you folks that are with Cherry Hill programs, if you've gone through the process, you should have received an email from either myself or one of your recruiters. If you haven't, just reach out to us at Santa Central and we'll get you the links sent out. You do have to fill out some waivers, some liability stuff that just says, you're safe to participate and that you understand this is not, you do not have to participate. This is completely voluntary. And then once you sign those, we'll get you the links to the app. And as I said, this is completely free. There's no strings attached.
All right.
And we'll get you all signed up.
Yeah, this is our way of giving back. Because, man, again, I've said it 3 different times. I'm the biggest mark for Santa. And what he does for kids and just the community in general. And we all need to believe. We all have to have hope. And that's what you guys give. And in any way that I can help you to keep moving on with that, we get nothing out of it except for saying that, hey, we are Santa's personal workout. That's it. And me and Rick are going to do some fun videos. We did a really great one last year, but by the time we got it released, it was at the end of the season. So I'm looking forward to do some of that. And my production people, like when you see the video, you guys should make sure they just get that out there so they can see that. It's really great. My business partner Steve Yu is such a talent when it comes to directing and creating, storyline as far as, scenery, and it really looks amazing. The documentary you guys want to watch, and it's on the list, it's The Resurrection of Jake the Snake. And if you watch that, you'll see some real heart. And Jake is now 14 years sober. And not only is 14 years sober, He's with his second and third wife, which means I was there when he was married to Cheryl, and she kicked him out because he was really bad. And then he got sober, and then she came back, and then she kicked him out again after having 2 kids and 2 kids. And 20, I guess it was 20, no, 15 years later, they're back.
Wow.
And it took about 8 years of him being sober for her to believe it. But then I was really excited because this was the only person Jake ever really loved. And for him and Cheryl to be back together is like, I would have bet 20 years ago, I wouldn't bet $100 to win 50,000. It was like, no way. Yes way. You know.
Can I just say one thing? Jake the Snake was one of my favorite wrestlers. When I was 10 years old, I watched him pants Ted DiBiase at Denver Coliseum. So that was one of the things that I've followed. And to see him turn it, just the 10-year-old kid in me loves to see how well he's doing. So great.
All right, I know your time is limited with us, DDP. If you need to go.
No, dude, keep going. As long as you're going, I'm going. I'm going.
I think we kind of ran through most of the questions.
All right, well.
We have lots of
We got
comments.
a lot of stuff in the chat, though, we could go pick up. If you've got a moment, let's kind of grab a couple
Go for
of them. Let me, our producer stars the ones that are relevant, so let me catch our starred ones here. Are you over there, Spangle?
Yeah, Randy, Santa Checker Lee says, hello, DDT. Feel the bang.
Yes, they did.
we have several that are just saying hello to you.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Rob McClam, Santa Chris, Terry, AJ Bayless. AJ, this is a program that you need to get, your mom need to get involved in this.
Well, he did say that they were going to join.
Yes, absolutely. This is something you guys need to get into also. There's many of us that do. It can be life-changing, and Rick can tell you all about that for sure, because we know Rick was suffering with, breathing issues and all kinds of different things, and look at him nowadays. He can, get up and move with the best of them.
Well, Liz's husband, Tracy Roosh, says, DDP, a true legend when wrestling was wrestling.
I got to tell you, Tracy is a huge DDP fan, so I'll put that out there for you. Santa Mel says, DDP helped me get my strength back. She has MS and battles that daily, and so she's a big proponent of the program.
It's great to hear.
Okay, this one, who is this? This is Brian Boyley. DDP, I was on the program last year, left during the summer. Do I need to start back in the beginning, or can he start where he left off?
Well, when you get there, when you come back to the app, you're gonna realize it's a whole new app. I had to build, because it was a beautiful app. It was amazing, but it was a dinosaur in the world of, just what goes on behind the scenes. So I had to redo everything. So you can say, just start where you want to. And if you know the program, you can go right to workouts, and they're labeled from green to red. Red, really hard. Green, really easy. And then if you go back to, even if you have like a bad shoulder or a bad back or bad knees, I developed PT for those muscle groups that you need to start at its simplest version. And I put the guys I have actually 3 rehabilitation, PT guys that are also DDP Yoga certified instructors. I've got 5 doctors, 2 of them MDs who teach. One of them just retired in Canada, Dr. Marcel Doré. He does chair workouts. Has 60 people doing chair workouts with him. And then he'll do regular classes too. He came to one of my first retreats in Mexico. We bonded, and he is now one of my master trainers. Only 5 of them that can do anything. They can do workshops, they can do retreats, whatever they want. And he's just a salt of the earth guy. You'd love him. But there's so many levels to go to. Like, where are you right now? I encourage everybody who's over 60 to try the chair. It's called Stand Strong. It starts with sitting in a chair, then holding on to a chair, and standing up, then sitting down. And that's where I like to get people to feel comfortable. Then once you know how to do the moves, and there's a dime a dozen for each move, so you understand, okay, that's how I do that. And they'll go, okay, on to the next one. So there's an introduction to all of that. And once you've learned that, you could really do any workout, because as long as you know you got the chair, because Rick didn't hardly use a chair at all. He used it, but only when there's certain areas that we needed to go to. But man, I watched him like, touch a chair. Then no, I'm not. And I have you moving when you're in a lunge or a warrior position, whatever it is, because you don't think about how long you've been in that lunge when you're doing something else. And it's working on both ends of your body, your upper and your lower body. And again, it's not just about stretching. It's about stretching and strengthening muscles, ligaments, and tendons. At any point in time, I can grab either one of my feet and pull it over my head. And I keep doing it every day so I can keep doing it. That's the thing. And I've had everyone who puts the work in get to that level. Everyone, at any age.
Yeah. Jim Barrett says, DDP was such a great performer from my younger years. I was always a fan, but seeing what he's done to help so many, especially Scott Hall and Jake Roberts, proved what an amazing guy he truly is.
Thank you, man. That's that documentary I was telling you about. It isn't just Jake. At some point, Scott Hall, who for wrestling fans will remember as Razor Ramon, we were buddies back when we were nobodies. And he went on to be the biggest star first, and then he pulled me up. And it was amazing. It was amazing.
Randall Chicker Lee wants to know, is there a way that he can attend your schools or classes?
Well, we don't do classes actually at the place unless we're filming. So we used to do that for years, but then when the COVID thing hit, and we turned into a bigger production company because we're doing so many different things, from cooking shows to so it really and unless I would definitely get on the email list of ddpyoga.com and join that email list, because they will put it out there when we're going to do one of our, and it's always of course packed out for those. So but you'll get out there if you're on the email list and you get and reserve your spot, then you'll be able to get one.
Kathy Fex wants to know, tell us about the list and the 6 pictures.
Well, the list started, okay? The list started when Arthur's video went viral. People were so inspired by this, but there was still that 1%, that's going to take shots at it because it didn't look real. And then there was the other people who would say how beat up they were, and how they couldn't do this, they couldn't do that, and they could write this whole list, but you don't care about me, and you just only care about money. I mean, people would write that. Like, I had to stop reading that, but I had someone else read all that stuff. And I said to them, okay, here's what we're going to do. Get their email, and you email them this list. And it was a list I'd come up with so you could track everything. Like, you couldn't, like, one of the pictures is like, face forward, side, fold forward, your flexibility, and you'll look like that person starting out. And one of them is trying to pick your foot off the ground. And then You know, some people can actually grab their knee, but other people can't. So if you start day one and you have those 6 pictures, I don't have to worry about, like, 10 months later, you coming back to me and saying, well, I did this, this, and that. Where's your pictures? Because those 6 pictures don't lie. And then it's all of the inspirational videos. It's Arthur's, it's Vance's. I mean, it's the Stacy's. There's so many videos up there, but we're picking just prime ones. One of my favorites is this girl named Candy. And Candy went from being a woman who, when she was a child, her mother left her at the beach because she was an addict and she forgot her kid. You know, finally, and she told her this because she didn't remember it. But she told her that, and she thought she was completely worthless. And you'll see in that video, her just trying to go into a squat, which is one of the 6 pictures, but going into the squat, her face, like she's struggling so bad. Later, not at all. But she gets this incredible transformation, and then she has, and I can't do the medical thing, but it was something like, it was a brain aneurysm, but it didn't kill her. So they put a stent in her brain. And she's called in the medical community I told you about, DDP Yoga community. She's in the hospital. And one of the things, if the list is get the book, Positively Unstoppable, which, by the way, I don't make a dime on anymore off of that. The company does, not my company, their company. But the one of the things that's in there is the very first chapter is something I call living life at 90%. And why not 100? Well, first of all, nobody can live life at 100. But living life at 90% is based on the philosophy that life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. And Candy, this is like burned into her DNA. She's from the hospital and she's getting this aneurysm, this stent put in her brain, and she's talking about the positive side of it. And then she gets recovered and she's got to go back and get another one. And she's still, I mean, I would call her. This is when I didn't know her that well. I knew her, but I didn't know her that well. I mean, I call her when I just figured, she goes, you're calling me? I go, yeah, I just saw your video. Girl, you're my hero. Like, wow, I don't know if I'd have that, you know, that positive voice in my head going through what you're going through. And then what happened, she came back from that, and I can't remember what it was, but it completely, boom, and she had to learn how to walk again. And she runs the app. As far as we got her out of the job she was in, I want people who care about other people to work with me. And so someone like her, like, she ain't ever fallen off. And people do fall off, you know. When Dusty Rhodes died, he was a big brother to me. He was sometimes my dad. He was my mentor. And Cody had said, he had called me. Cody Rhodes, who's one of the top guys, I've been mentoring him since he was 12. Today, I don't mentor him, but we do discuss business. And I do help give him my point of view on whatever it is, if he asks for it. But the bottom line is, I was talking about Dusty. Dusty had passed, and he called me. I was in the airport, and he said, my dad wanted you to know, and he had told me this before, that he had 5 real friends. And he said that some friends had fallen off the hand, and others had come back. And he had never said this to me, but he's in that spot where he knows he's going. And he told Cody, he said, Dallas has never fallen off the hand. And that's who I am. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. You know, there's nothing in this for us except for see you guys kill it, you know, and create this Santa community around this. Who knows where it goes? I just know that it's super fun to think about. And I love looking at all you bearded wonders here and this beautiful Angela here.
Can I
way
say
to
one
stick some
thing
beauty in the
really
middle of all
quick?
that. All of what we got
Just
going on here. But yeah, man. This is fun.
What's that, Christy?
Oh, I just wanted to jump in, and I don't know, my phone might cut out, but as you're talking, one of the things that Rick talked about that I think is so moving, and I think it might resonate with a lot of Santas, a lot of us that get older, is that you get to a place where maybe you think, it's too far gone. What's the point? Is there, what's the point of putting myself through this? And as Rick and I were talking, it is, we're not riding off into the sunset. This is all about that next chapter, and you guys have chapters to write, and there's lots to do, lots of work to still be done. And I think just making those small strides and movement every day, you really will see over time. It pays in dividends, and I see that in Rick. And I know I said it before, but I just cannot stress to you the difference that you just see in his face when he joins calls. It makes me so happy. He looks like a different person. We put one of his side by sides that he shared on his social media of the last year, and he looks like a different guy. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
I also want to say that for the person who said what else is on the list, I created a goal setting system, and I called it SmackDown as an acronym: specific, measurable, achievable, compatible. Can keep it going, own it, do it right now. And then I put that together and teach you how to do that through my system. And again, it's like right now. No, not tomorrow, not next week. Do it right now. Take a baby step right now. Sometimes just showing up is all it takes. Like Joe Rogan, I've been on his show before. You want to see a great interview? See when Rogan interviewed me there. That was amazing. Some of my favorite interviews, Undertaker, Cody Rhodes. These are guys who brought me on their podcasts that care about not just my wrestling career, but what we're doing today. And what we're doing today is changing the world. And Santa Claus and belief changes the world every year. And we want to keep that with you guys alive and moving and keep that little bit of ding. One of my favorite commercials, that one with John Travolta, where he does the Santa Claus thing. Oh, man. Yeah. Like that. Ding.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, that's something we do every week, DDP, that we kind of want to do because it ties into tonight's theme. If you got time, hang around for just a minute. Have you got your trivia there, Spangle?
Oh, I had it somewhere.
Are we doing trivia?
Yeah, I was going to say let's do trivia real quick because, like I said, it kind of ties in, and DDP kind of mentioned some of this earlier. You got it? You want me to read it?
Oh, I got it right here. Name of the American fitness, exercise, and nutritional expert, celebrity, lecturer, motivational speaker who is widely referred to as the godfather of fitness. A, Richard Simmons. B, Charles Atlas. C, Jack LaLanne. And D, Chuck Norris. Now, remember, we need to have the answer and the letter to get it. All right. Okay. And the bonus question, the earliest recorded mention of the word yoga is in the ancient Indian text, the Rig Veda. This body of knowledge dates back to around A, 2000 BCE, B, 1500 BCE, C, 1000 BCE, and D, 500 BCE.
That's right, guys. Y'all work on that for a bit, and we'll come back and revisit that here after a while. But just want to get it out there. Everybody kind of shows up. They like to do the trivia, so didn't want to disappoint anybody tonight.
Yeah. And can I just throw out something here that we're going to tell them part of the answer that's not the answer? Because it says name of the American fitness exercise. Well, if it was Chuck Norris, it would say name Chuck Norris fitness exercise.
Yeah, this is true. Very true.
So they say everything was named after him, right?
That's what they say. That's what they say.
On his tough commercials. Yes.
All right, Christy, is there anything that you got that you want to add at this point before we start?
Just a big thank you to Dallas for jumping on the show, for showing love to the Claus community, because these guys deserve it, and we're very appreciative of the partnership and the gift. And I hope all of our Santas show up and show DDP what the Claus community is made of this Christmas season, and you get out there and you slay this 100-day challenge.
And before he runs away or anything, let me ask this question. I know we really want them to sign up with Cherry Hill, but we do have somebody here saying, okay, if they are not affiliated with Cherry Hill, can they go to the website and sign up for the 7 days free and then select the plan that works for them?
Absolutely. They can sign up for DDP,
Absolutely.
for the DDP program on their own. But there's a benefit in joining the greatest and oldest Santa Claus company in the world, and that's joining us over at Santa Central, because I want to just stress this really quick. You've got a group of folks that really love and care about our Santas, and we work tirelessly to figure out ways to do things for you guys year round, outside of the season, and this is one of them. And just being able to connect with somebody that sees the vision, loves Santa like we do, it's been amazing. I hope you take advantage of it. Join Cherry Hill and join the 100 Days to Sleigh challenge.
Well, how freaking cool would it be to get healthy, get mobile, get flexible, and get to go down and hang out with DDP at his retreat?
That's
Man,
awesome.
if that don't motivate you, you ain't right in the head, right?
Very cool.
All right, guys. It has been an honor hanging out with y'all, and I'm looking forward to, as we move through this challenge, as we get to the end, we will be back, all of us together, all right?
Sounds good. We're going to let you go. We're going to hang in for a few more minutes because we got a few things to wrap up. Thank you, DDP. Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you, Dallas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My pleasure. I just got to figure out how to get off this thing.
I
I
don't
have
know.
no idea.
You see your
Probably
name.
just hang up.
Do you see your name
up in the corner
at the
and
top
drop down
corner?
to log out.
Log out. All right. Well, I'll try that.
I
There we
think you
go.
got it. There you go, man. Diamond Dallas Page, what an icon. I'll tell you what, I know many of you are starstruck. Ann's our producer is starstruck. We all watched wrestling at one point or another in our life. Now, here for me, we go back to our childhood, and we're talking about the, Von Erichs and of course, Mick Foley when he was here.
Andre the
Cactus
Giant,
Jack,
Hulk
and-
Hogan.
Oh man, you can go on and on and on and on about the old guys, but I tell you what, there's no better guy out there than Diamond Dallas Page. Fantastic. Love what he's doing, love what he represents, and I know Rick has fell in love with his program because, again, a big change in Rick's mobility since starting the program. So,
Yeah.
I just want to say, too, thank you, Santa Bob and Spangle. And I know there were technical difficulties getting on at the beginning. I appreciate you guys sticking through and making sure that the show went on. And you are a real professional, Bob. Like I said, I don't know how you stay so
And
cool and calm.
obviously, there's still some technical difficulties because we don't see you.
Well, I think that's more on my end. You know what I mean? But thank you so much, you guys. Really appreciate you having us all on.
thank you, Christy, and yeah, we wasn't giving up on the show. We we were there for the long haul. We were more worried about the audience, and we had went over and made a quick, post on the Facebook group, letting everybody know, hey, we're still coming. We're just having a little bit of trouble now. A message from AJ to you, Christy, is if you're able to reach out to my mom about me joining Cherry Hill as a backup Santa.
Absolutely. Don't worry. We got you, AJ.
All right, very good. Okay. So I tell you what, we haven't said thank you to any of our sponsors tonight, and that's something that we are obligated to do. If everyone will stick with us, let's start off and I guess at the beginning and grab a couple of those if you can, Angela.
Do we want to do Santa and Company?
Santa and Company, correct. We got to do one.
Since 1948, one suit defined Santa. Designed by Charles W. Howard and worn by the world-famous Santa Claus School. Worn for presidents, movies, parades, and the most magical moments in families' lives. This is not a costume, but finely tailored, hand-sewn clothing made in the USA. With expert cleaning, restoration, and storage services available, Santa and Company, LLC, makes Santa magical.
All right, let's do.
All right, we're going to jump on to a couple more real quick. Everybody hang with us.
What? Not trivia, y'all.
No, she's already had all this set up, so we're kind of.
Oh, hi. I'm Santa's official photographer, a name given to me by the Christmas community, but you can call me Jessica. For 35 years, I've been a portrait photographer, specializing in children and family. But here lately, I've been focusing on creating artistic images of Santa, Mrs. Claus, and their Christmas elves. What starts off as a simple photograph is transformed into a digital masterpiece. This isn't just photography. It's an exchange where the performer steps fully into their role, immersed in a real-life theatrical set where together we bring that story to life. If you're ready to elevate your presence with images that truly stand out, visit holidayphotomagic.com.
All right, we got a couple more we got to do here. Again, thanks for sticking with us. Rick, if you need to go.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Thanks for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
Well, you're more than welcome. So we're going to run a couple more real quick. Our program got turned upside down tonight. It's not in the order and the way we normally do it, but we're trying to make the best of it. So we are obligated to our sponsors.
And also, we did not have a second winner on trivia.
Okay, so the second part, the bonus, has not got a winner yet. We do have a winner for the first part.
Yeah,
so.
do you want me to read that again and they can be working on it while we do the commercial?
Sure.
Okay, the bonus is the earliest recorded mention of the word yoga is in the ancient Indian text, the Rig Veda. Is that how you say that?
Mm-hmm.
This body of knowledge dates back to around A, 2000 BCE, B, 1500 BCE, C, 1000 BCE, or D, 500 BCE.
That's correct, and that should be pretty easy. When we put Veda in there, you will find that answer.
That's
so.
V-E-D-A.
V-E-D-A.
Okay, let me play our next set of commercials, and y'all can work on that trivia.
All right, thanks.
Do the trivia. We'll reveal the trivia. Okay, we're gonna
play 2 more, and then we're gonna reveal the trivia.
Play the next set, and then we'll reveal the trivia like we normally would.
Okay, thank
All right,
you.
Caboots.
Ho, 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 ho!
Shop Thermo Apparel. They're wonderful. They're fantastic. And for the coolest of cool Santas or Easter bunnies, remember Thermo Apparel.
Don't just be cool as an attitude. Keep cool, literally.
Thermo Apparel! Be cool! Ho, 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 ho!
All right, thank everyone for sticking with us through those. Again, we are obligated, so we'll make sure we take care of the folks that help bring this program to you. All right, Spangle, can you go ahead and let's read that trivia and give out the answers?
All right, American fitness, exercise, and nutritional expert, celebrity, lecturer, and motivational speaker who is widely referred to as the godfather of fitness is...
That would be C. Jack LaLanne. Winner?
Bill Coates.
Bill Coates. Bill's on a roll.
All right, the earliest record mention of the word yoga is in an ancient Indian text, the Rig Veda. The body of knowledge dates back to around...
And the answer there, did we have a winner?
We do.
We do? Fantastic.
Yes.
1500 BCE. That would be B. Winner?
That is Brian Boyle.
Brian Boyle, fantastic. All right, guys, your names go on the Wheel of Destiny for the scholarships for School of Santas in July 2027 and for North Pole Cornerstones in February 2027. Good job. Well, something to that effect. All right, we want to say thank you to Santa Central, Cherry Hill Programs. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, after tonight, you need to get over there, get your name in there. Just go join, just do it. Become a member over there, even if you only sign up and work one day. If you work, split chair where you're only there half a day, or if you're a full-time Santa at the mall as I am, get over there and fill out your schedule. Get yourself some work, make a little extra money. Go join. All right, Spangle. We got 2 more commercials and then we're out of here.
All right, 2 more commercials. I think I got them right here.
All right, fantastic.
Cherry Hill.
Angie's Originals, custom Christmas attire since 2015. Your all-in-one wardrobe shop. Shop at angiesoriginals.com.
And worked on a commercial today for Steph. Jordan Photography. Steph Boys has stepped in. She is also going to be a sponsor of the show. Do not have her commercial put together yet, but we'll have that coming by next week. Just want to say thank you to her and for her contribution also. Spangle, what's your final thought, man?
Well, I think it's kind of cool. We got Diamond Dallas Page, a member of the larger community, of everybody. Mm-hmm. How he wants to come together and help the Santas. But it seems like, you find that in a lot of things throughout the things that people want to help the Santas. And I think with Diamond Dallas Page, this is something we really need to take advantage of. So,
Yeah.
I signed up with Cherry Hill, Chocolate Cherry Hill, and check it out, man. There's nothing like getting healthier.
And if you don't believe, just ask Rick. He's been working, and you said that you sometimes slack off a little bit, but you get back on it. It depends on everybody's schedule is busy, correct, Rick? I mean, but you said you've been pretty constant lately, so.
Yeah, it's not that hard to do, really. Most of the sessions are only about 30 minutes long, and there's nothing in it that's so hard. I mean, I'm almost 80 years old, so, and I don't have a bit of trouble with it. It's helped me tremendously. I encourage everybody to get in on it. It's a great deal.
Very cool.
Brian Boyles wants to know what your name is on DDP.
Say what?
Wants to know what your name on DDP. What is your name? Do you have a?
Oh, it's just Rick Snyder.
Just under Rick Snyder. There you go. All right. So just his regular name, nothing fancy.
Right. Right.
Nothing like a DDP.
Yeah, I mean, he could have been like something else,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, and I want to say, Santa's an important part of what our culture is all about. We perform a service. The biggest majority of us have the biggest hearts in the world. We do it for the children. We do it for the betterment of Christmas. I mean, who is not honored as a Santa? We wouldn't be doing it if we weren't honored to be able to carry on the legacy that so many have laid the roots down for us to pick up and carry on. And there'll be Santas come along after we're long gone. After Rick and I and Spangler are off the map and passed on, there'll be others that'll come along and do the noble cause. And it just excites me that someone like Dallas comes on and he's kind of in a way starstruck over Santa. He said he's a big fan of Santa, and we're a big fan of him as a wrestler and for what he does with the yoga program. So
I want to throw this out there real quick too, because if that guy can't find Rick Snyder on the DDP page, that they might have to look up his name that his wife has started calling him since he's been doing this yoga. And I think that was Stud Muffin or something like that.
Absolutely.
So he might be under a different name there,
I hear you.
So
I want to say thank you to Ruby for the short time that she was able to get in, Christy for hanging with us, and again to Diamond Dallas Page. What a fantastic show. It was crazy. It was chaotic. Sometimes TNL's like that. If you didn't like tonight's show, come back and try us again on a regular night when we got our stuff together. But thanks so much, everyone. Thank you, Rick. We want to say thank you again. Looking forward to the Christmas season as an ambassador. Looking forward to working, further in that program with you. So tell everyone good night, Spangle.
Good night, Spangle.
Thanks, everybody. Remember to join us for our next Tuesday Night Live each week, 7 p.m., same Claus time, same Claus channel. Count your blessings, not your sorrows. May your troubles be small and your blessings be large. Have a blessed week, everyone. Good night. See you later.
Good night.
Bye.
Let's leave here with the diamond cutter. Oh, okay.
There you go.
It's hard to do on camera here. It's like, all right.
Thanks, everyone.